Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, how's it going, Jack? Alright. Mr. Glick, but Twitch, how's it going? It's been a hot minute since we worked on the game. So let's see what we got. I'm gonna do some level design. Actually, I'm gonna start off with some. I actually might start with some admin work first. You didn't sleep at all. I took a nap, but it was a 5-hour nap after my stream. I think I ended around 9, I want to say. And I woke up at like 2 in the morning. So 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. Yeah. Well, it looks really cool. Oh, thank you. Just adding the final touches to your app. Nice. And watching SpongeBob. Yeah, how's it going, Yon Yon? Oh shit, I forgot how to play this game. But yeah, we're gonna do some admin work, because I forgot what I wanted to do today. Or like where we left off. So let's try to figure that out. 10 a.m. for you. Tomer on his way. Tomer, it's Sunday. Was he working today? I am. You've been up for a while, huh, Chuho? At your grandparents as well? Do you live with your grandparents, Chuho? Or you visit your grandparents? Goddamn, I've been kind of trash at this. I am tired, I'll say, so that could also be part of the reason why I'm trash right now. We played a lot of Little Runmo as well. Dude, yeah, what the hell? Oh shit. There we go. Oh shit. But yeah, there we go. Did you add these effects last stream? Last stream we play tested a bunch of games. The effects, the blue effects that you saw, I added like 3 streams ago, and then 2 streams ago is when we added the new dash effect. And yeah, we did a little bit more polishing as well. So here, chapter 5. Streaming at this hour. Yeah, I'm an insane gamer. But yeah, we do need to figure out what we want to, like, I want to figure out what we want for, since technically we want to finish version 7 by the end of this month. So we have 3 more days, including today. It would be nice to finish some sort of art for this chapter. So we'll do... Level select, every mode, death counter. So we did all of this, which I'm pretty happy about. Saving system. Situm. Level select has been done as well. I'll throw that in here. UI update GG. We didn't do this at all, and I didn't find an artist either. I did find an artist for cinematics. This is our sticks right here. Sticks color. Camera flash on death is a bug. We might actually throw. Here, let's just do this. Oh, bugs. Have to go, my buddy. Did you release the game? Or are you gonna do it later today? Level select. Yeah, we did this already. Why is this here? I don't even need it to be why is it doing? Oh, it's because we have those lines there. All right. So we do want to finish art. So I'm gonna throw this, and we're gonna say chapter 5. Here, actually, I'm just gonna throw it here. Dude, it's so hot in my room. I'm like sweating. Like my forearms are sweating on the desk. Chapter 5. What do we want here? We need a parallax. Oh wait, actually no, we did the parallax. We need maybe we want cogs. Maybe for this version I won't do it, but we'll see. I also want to improve, add more particles to oh, where's our I'll turn this on, even though I need to update that as well. I think we're gonna make a new media. If we can finish everything for chapter 5 today for art, then we'll record another video pretty soon, maybe today even. But we might do that during the next stream. Add particles to player dash and interactions. Is there anything else we need here? Better sound on oh. Here, might grab some of this. This is kind of ambitious since we only have 3 days, but we'll see. We also need new spikes. Chapter 5. I'm not sure what we... maybe like some golden spikes would be pretty cool. How's it going, Tomer? Are you working today?
Hello there.
Cogs or just floating particles could work too. Or floating cogs. At home? Let's see. At home working or just at home? Alright. So, okay, tomorrow, I see. Alright, so we're gonna start off with level design as usual. And then we're gonna finally work on the spikes today. What's today's date? 10/29? And then spikes, finally. And honestly, I feel like the spikes is going to consume a lot of time. So I'm only going to do one level today as well. Or during this stream. Because I do want to... you know what? Maybe I should make a secret room right now. For fun. Yeah, let's do a secret room that's going to be like hella difficult. Like the most difficult room I've ever made. What room are we on? 261. I'm gonna take some notes from Solus on their hard rooms. Yeah, I think Solus had some difficult rooms that like this is something that I would yeah, we played Solus's game yesterday. Or earlier today for me, and I guess it was technically yesterday that I played it, but the platforming of it was a little challenging for me. One, because maybe the movement wasn't as responsive as I'm used to, or like what I'm used to in platformers, but the difficulty expected from the player is fine as long as they're used to it, or like, you know, the pacing has been correctly made, and that's something that I don't have too much of, I believe, in my game. Like, I know a lot of people do say my game is difficult, but I don't believe them. Or, you know, obviously it's all relative, but in the world of like platforming, I don't think it's that difficult. They're just haters? No, I don't think they're haters. I think I mean, the game is difficult. It's just that it's, that's the genre, right? Like, it's supposed to be challenging. It's a linear platformer game. Like, there has to be some sort of challenge established. Otherwise, it's just, like, some games are just too easy. And obviously that makes the game boring. You want, you know, you do want some sense of accomplishment while playing the game. Or like, that's what makes like the story good as well. Like, I don't know, like sometimes I play these games and the only reason that I enjoyed the story more is because I knew it took a long time to get to a certain point. If the entire game is easy, then it's like, it's not appreciated nearly as much. Or like the new things that you experience in the game are definitely not, they don't feel nearly as special. And yeah, I mean, that's just platforming, or like that's just how my game is structured. All right, so there's nothing in particular that I'm going to do to make the game, like, I don't know what I can do to make the game more difficult besides like just like the designs are going to be relatively the same. They just have to be, you know, I guess more precise, or we require just way more input for a longer period of time. So I mean, those are our two options, right? We can either make more precision required from the player, how to make a room harder, more precision from the player, tighter jumps basically. For like basically just a longer room. What's your favorite thing to work on / make? Implementing, honestly, like I really do like working on mechanics or like making things feel very responsive. And I think it's because that's what I'm best at. And I think that's why I like it the most. But also, I also really like when I'm in a state where like I'm learning a lot, but I'm also like making the UI. Actually, like surprisingly, working on the UI and like the saving system and all of that kind of stuff was actually fun. Like it was actually a lot of fun. And I think it was because it was just very new to me. But if I had to pick one thing, it would be like working on mechanics and like gameplay mechanics, making and perfecting the gameplay mechanics, like polishing them. Yeah. Creating transition states, timers, figuring out like what's the perfect balance between two states of the player. Stuff like that. It's fun, in my opinion. Level design, I also think I'm good at level design, but I don't know, actually. I do find it fun. I think what makes things fun is if you have variety. Like if I programmed mechanics for too long, I think maybe I would get bored of it. And I think it's the same thing with level design. If I did level design for too long, I'd get bored of it. But like there are points in level design where like I'm doing it and like I don't want to stop. Like I have to force myself to stop. So those are the two things that I think are very consistent for me: level design and programming mechanics. Figuring out like what to do. But yeah, I think I'm better at programming mechanics, but level design, we can get there at some point where like I'm very confident in my level design abilities. Especially once we hit towards the end, like once we hit our 400 rooms. I mean that'll be like 100% or what are we on, like 250? We want to hit what's 400 minus 262 divided by 262? I mean, we'd literally be increasing our the amount of rooms we've created by 50%. So like, I would assume I'd be like 50% more experienced with designing rooms, kind of. Even though a lot of the earlier rooms were redesigned over and over again. But yeah, it'll be a lot more. We'd just have more rooms. So I feel like I'll get better with it even from there. Feel that way too, yeah. With story, like you really like making stories. No, story writing, I wish I was better at it. And I think that's something that, yeah, it's just some, like, all of these are skills, right? So like they just come with time, experience with the aspect of game dev. Yeah, I love writing. I can't say I knew that about you, actually. I thought you were, like, my perspective of you, like, when I first met you on Rungeon server, I thought you were, like, really into programming. But my true love is databases. Yeah, there it is. Or, like, yeah, any, like, programming related that you're really into. Like information related programming. Yeah, I can see it being a lot of fun. But I hate UI. I wonder if I would hate UI with like more web development related stuff, like user experience and all that kind of stuff. But for me, I don't hate UI actually. I actually like working on it. I don't know. UI and Godot. Yeah, I was gonna. Okay, yeah, that's true. UI in Godot is better, or it's pretty good. But I'm sure there are like for example in like web development tools for UI. I feel like a lot of people also still hate it, and I feel like it probably is better than. I want to say it'd probably be better than Godot, but I don't know actually. But there also are people who do really like UI, like we were just talking, TG Khalil. And I mean, also, I know, like, I see a lot of the time, what's his name also? Charlie works on a lot of UI stuff, too. And, yeah, I mean, it's... I think a lot of people do like it. I think the issue maybe with UI is that it doesn't like the amount of effort, like it feels like there's so much effort that has to go into UI before the functionality of all of it and the before it looks polished and the functionality of it is like perfect. I think that's the problem. Finally a time where I can watch as well. Nice, Godot then. Yeah, I mean, my streams are always like inconsistent. Like I stream every day. But it's yeah. Like right now I'm freaking streaming at 4 o'clock in the morning. What should we do here? This is not really challenging at all. Actually, it might be challenging for people. But let's see. Maybe we can make some sort of like. So again, we want to make this the hardest room for a collectible so far. What can we do? Portals to reset the player's position, maximizing all of our distance here. Found old versions of my app. How's it going, Chini? Oh my god. Dude, I don't know why. I think I have like freaking. It's Chini. It has to be Chini. Freaking, I have like. Not even short-term memory, it's just bad memory. I got it right. Okay, I got it right though. That's all that matters. How's it going? What you been up to? How was your stream? I hope it doesn't sound disrespectful for me to misremember all the time. It's just, I guess there's a... I'm just slow, I guess, you know? I'm an NPC. Everything has already been determined for what I have to say. Someone programmed, you know, for me to pronounce it incorrectly. Very often. Dishonor on your cow for forgetting. We will make a sacrifice to the cow gods. I'm just slow is my mantra for the next year. How's the progress? The progress is pretty well. It's going pretty well. I'll show you guys actually some of the games. So it might have been a hot minute since you've seen my game. We've done like updates to chapter. Here, I'll start from the beginning. We'll do a quick play test. How's your projects going, by the way? If you have any links you want to share, feel free to post them here. You already know. How many tile exist? How many? That's a very good question. I mean, each of these are rooms. So at a time there's only like one, or like at a time there's only 3 rooms. But there are a lot of tile maps per room. Like maybe like 10 tile maps per room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. At least 11 per room. So at least 33 tile maps per room sometimes. Or sorry, at least 33 tile maps in a scene, in the main scene at a time. But yeah, here, I'll show you guys the menu. We did a lot of like UI stuff as well. Oh, let me go into full screen too, so you guys can see the whole thing in all its glory. There we go. I was using 2 and thinking that was over budgeting my time. No. Godot is like, it's good to have, like, it's set up in a way where, honestly, like stacking tile maps on top of each other. It's a good design choice. So yeah, don't worry about using more than 1 tile map. As long as like having like huge amounts of tile maps everywhere, like, you know, like my it really depends on how your world is built. Like for example, in my game, there's only like 1 tile map. What am I trying to say? You know, there are only 3 rooms in a scene at a time. So for example, if I go, there is a room, and this is one room, this is another room. The second I go into the next room after this room, the room to the left gets, you know, removed from the tree. So it's like, you know, there aren't too many at a time, but if you have like a bunch of different rooms, or like if you just have one huge tile map, then that might create a bunch of problems for you. For example, for me, it makes, let's say like I instance the game, or I keep, for me, because I keep re-instancing rooms, whenever you die to like reset everything. If I did that, it would like break, it would make the game lag a bit. If I just had like one huge room. I mean, there are different solutions. Like sometimes you might want to just load up an entire game. But yeah, for me, I have everything split up, so everything is just, you know, more modular. Splitting up rooms, we can just like, you know, we can kind of just move things around. If something doesn't fit, we can push it earlier on in the game. Stuff like that. It helps with level design. Here, let's turn off debug for now. But yeah, this is chapter 5. We have currently 6 chapters in total. Actually, no, this will be chapter 6. I just realized we're going to be moving this to the final chapter. The assets that we're currently using are kind of placeholder. For example, the blue spikes you see, they're placeholder. Same with the pillars. The parallax I do actually like, but I do want to add more effects, like more like of a space effect in the background and particles, just because it's not nearly as exciting right now. Like it kind of looks, it actually looks pretty whack in my opinion. But yeah, it's still in the very early stages. But yeah, basically this chapter will include all of the mechanics, or most of the mechanics that were introduced in the previous chapters, including also the new mechanic of the flight orb, which is the thing that gives you those wings. Well, yeah. Also, I'm pretty tired, so like you might see me being bad at my game or just like making mistakes. We're not gonna be doing too much programming today. I don't actually have. I'm not anticipating any programming. It's just gonna be level design, us being, you know, creative. We're gonna also work on the spike tile map too, like a new tile map altogether. I'm not sure what it'll look like, but I do have some ideas. I think like some sort of gold color would be kind of cool. white and gold, like some sort of like prestigious, I don't know. It will have some sort of like heavenly look, but almost like there's just like very supernatural and like luxury look to it, I feel. But we'll see. Yeah, if you guys want to see more of the game, you can find it on Steam. There is a demo out. Kind of like Minecraft Emeralds plus Diamonds. Yeah, actually. Emeralds. Actually, I was also thinking maybe a crystal-like spike, but yeah, we'll see. But yeah, let's get to the level design. This is gonna be a secret room that we're gonna work on right now. The most difficult room I'm thinking right now. Do I plan to make a Linux/Steam OS version? Yeah. Curious to understand how to make room creation on the fly to load/unload. So my method, I think it's pretty good, but also it's a little outdated. From like I feel like I should refactor it at some point. What I do currently is I just remove scenes from the tree, and that just helps. When it comes to like loading/unloading, my version of unloading is just removing it from the tree. And then when you walk into the room, we just bring it back into the tree. When it comes to like reloading, we basically just remove the instance, and like the name is always recorded, so we just grab the path to that object, and we just throw it into before we remove it. We just grab the path to the file and then throw it into the same exact position, copy certain things like what the adjacent rooms were. Maybe our player saves like information like where was the last player's position when they die, stuff like that. Does it work with the Pop OS, the Steam plus Steam Proton? Yeah, it does. It should. I don't know what Pop OS is, but Steam Proton, yes. I know people have played it on the Steam Deck. I'm also curious to understand when you say room creation on the fly, do you mean like loading the game, or did you mean like designing rooms? Oh yeah, also you can also just export to Linux from Godot just on its own as well. All right. So let's see how this plays. It's not too exciting just yet for a room. Also, we're very far from the beginning here, so we might just bring this closer. I don't like empty space where like there's nothing to do, so we might just push this closer. But I was thinking we would use a portal to use all of this empty space here. Let me just see what it looks like in game. Also, we're gonna throw our player closer. Where is our player? Or did we already throw our player closer? No, we didn't. Posted older versions of your game on Discord? Creating an event. App 132. Nice. Also, P-Vader and Mits MTSBL. Thank you for the follows. On the bottom are the current, the bottom two are my current version. Nice. The UI is looking cleaner from this version. They have a night mode. Also, speaking of night mode, I feel like I'm gonna turn on my night light here. Actually, it's a little too dark. It's just. Yeah, I feel like, okay, we can start off with a portal if we want to maximize distances. Cause I like to let the player. Oh, let me try it one more time. Let me see. Is it really that weird? You know, it's not that bad actually. I could technically put like a dash orb here too, and like expand this. Here, we can actually do this. Let's make it a little bit more exciting, since we have the space. Wait, we have this dash orb. The distance we get is boom and then down. Or we can do this. What am I trying to do here? This. So we could do this as a design. Oh. And then we put spikes here. Or even put it downwards because we're crazy. Or... We could even go crazier than that. We could do this. Move the chest? What the hell? What the hell is that chest? Just followed. Who the hell made that? Alright, I'm just gonna hide it. Or can I refresh? What the? I looked at the screen. I was like, what the hell? I did add like so I was looking at like I want to improve the stream quality just a bit, like make it look prettier. That was, you know what? Let me get rid of that scene altogether. There we go. Or the source. We already have showcases of people following. We need dinosaurs. I don't know what this stream needs. So we go here. We're at this point. Okay, wait. It was so easy because we could just go down and then this way, and then the portal was here. We need saws everywhere. I feel like we need cats. Cats are like a good addition. Musical saws. Could do a portal. Wonder if that's exciting. Musical cat saws. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay, wait. Boom, boom. Then we have a dash. I could put a portal here. Portal 2. So something like that. So you hit this orb, or you dash up, and then you hit this portal. We're running out of space, though. Is this exciting? Boom, 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 boom. Also, yeah, wait. Either we bring this down or we bring this up. Or we put this portal this way instead. Currently, the console Godot officially supports is the Steam Deck through the official Linux export templates. The only console Godot officially supports is the Steam Deck through official Linux export templates. You don't need the official. I don't have a Linux export on Steam. They do it automatically. At least with Godot 3, which is what I'm on. I don't know how it works with 4. Maybe something's different, but yeah. Oh shit. Oh, what the hell? Why does this look weird? Oh, that's what I wanted to happen, but what we got instead... Oh, we want to block this off, basically. Or we can make it a diagonal. Nah, I'd rather keep it like this. If I missed anyone's message, by the way, I don't think I did, but if I did, you know, feel free to retype it and ping me, or you know, copy and paste it and ping me. I wonder, are we able to can we skip? No, I don't think we can. Also, we can still do a diagonal dash right here, and I don't like that. I want to force the player to do a vertical there. Like that. I also don't like how close we are to this wall. More so for the aesthetics, I just don't like it. The functionality of it is kind of fine. We could throw this closer to the left if we do want to separate them some more. Like, we do have all this extra space. So yeah, we could do that. And I just might do this here. 1, 2. Yeah, I think that's good. Boom, 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 boom. Oh my god, bro. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this flight orb here. There's also... Wait, what the hell? There was no point of this unless we bring it here. Because now we're just dashing up. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Let me see. Is your game mechanically complete? Are you just making content for it? In terms of the base mechanics of, like, let's say the player, yes, it's complete. I would want to, like, refactor it at a certain point, but I think I would release the base version before I even refactored it. In terms of, like, mechanics, like, for example, mechanics like this, like orbs and stuff, it's not complete. But, like, the system that I have handling it is pretty much complete. So yeah, I would say it's, in a nutshell, it's like I would say it's like 90% or 85% complete. Most things are set in stone. Like, it's not like anything is really gonna change. I think that's the most important part. Like, we might make some, like, refactoring changes, but in terms of, like, the movement or, like, how the gameplay is already established, like, you know, the core gameplay loop has already been established. There's also, yeah, there's no... Hitting this portal, we basically already have the ability to dash. So either we bring this flight orb lower, or we just remove it altogether. And we put a dash orb instead. Cause yeah, we get shot out here, and we have, like, so much distance at this point. Like, we can either put it like this, or and like raise everything, which is not a bad idea. Are you working on this full solo? Yeah, I am working on it. Endless mode when? There's no, personally, I think it's very difficult to create an endless mode in a precision platformer, just because the designs, honestly, I think precision platformers are just better when they are handcrafted. You can make a platforming game that isn't a precision platformer, but I don't think it'll be as good, personally. So you need to, yeah, if you procedurally generate a game, for instance, or, you know, a platformer, I don't think it'll be that good. Ask ChatGPT to do level design. I mean, you can try. I think, one, there's not enough sample data, training data for it, and have you made anything commercially before? Commercially, no. I have made a decent amount of games in the past. Although this is my technically this was my second game ever. But I've always come back to this project. Like, I've done other games before then and after. So yeah, this game has gone through a decent amount of like reiterations of like improvement. But yeah, commercially, this will be my first release. Oh my Jesus, you're on. Are you surprised? Just finished getting 0 wins on COD. Was it with Jay? That's the problem. You should have you need to ditch Jay. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it, Neo. Neo is... Yeah, Neo is the person who has gifted me the most. So much. It's kind of crazy. It's your fault 100%. I should have been there. Actually, I think I'm gonna throw this. I said Neo is my sugar daddy. You know, we support you 100%. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let me see here. So this seems like a repeat of the last, like the final room of chapter 4 almost, or like the difficulty of it seems like that. And I want to do something else, but I'm not entirely sure. I could bring this down. So you go down here. But then what's the point? It would have to be like this to here. Like this. Boom, 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 boom. How much money do you get whenever someone subs? I believe it's $250. $2.50. I do greatly appreciate it, but it's also not the reason I stream. I want to don't want to devalue the subscriptions. I do really appreciate them, but it's also like it's definitely not why I stream. It keeps me motivated. It also helped like it's also very motivating that like other game devs or other programmers watch my stream. Because it also helps them stay motivated. It's like yeah, it just feels good. Or even people who don't, like I know some people watch my stream who don't even do game dev, and it's sort of like, you know, they kind of just like watching the process, which is also kind of cool. Or like maybe they want to do it eventually. You added the Celeste line to the dash. Nice. Yeah, I did. I think it looks even better than the Celeste dash. Like me, I'm coding my game while having you on the second screen. Yeah, I think that's a very common practice, at least in software and game development. Oh my god, this level is actually... This is like a farewell level. Let's see. Memory chapter 9. This is a secret. So it's not really a it's chapter 6, but it's maybe we should do that. Give them a break, because that is challenging. You know, I will give them a break. So you get a break right here. And by break, what I mean by break is like they won't be forced to dash into this, or they won't be forced to dash right away into this. They'll have gravity pull them down just a bit, and then they'll have to go for it eventually. So like right here, even this is kind of this is also kind of difficult, but I did say I did want to make this room very difficult, so I'm not gonna go back on my word, but I don't want to make it too difficult. A break, yeah, it's a break. It's, you know, we want to make it a little easy. Better take this 0.1 second. This is like at least 0.4. This is at least 400 milliseconds right here. No, at least 800 milliseconds right here. Plus the you technically have 0.5 seconds here to breathe. So yeah. Everyone should be thanking me. Whoever plays this they better be thanking me. That I would even consider to get, you know. That I would even consider to give them a break. 1 whole second. Let's make sure I can even play it myself. It'd be kind of embarrassing if I couldn't. I think we need a little bit more space down here, though. Oh shit, actually, we might not have that much space. I could push everything up a bit, but it's gonna be kind of annoying since we already... Let's see. We could also, actually, I could give them less space up here and bring this up. When you think about it, playing games is a break from real world stuff, so there you have it. Honestly, some video games are like real life. Like, I mean, you have to put in like a lot of effort. You know what? Actually, we're actually gonna make this even easier because I'm gonna require not a diagonal dash, but a downwards dash. So it'll look like that. I'm actually a little too nice now. But it's alright. It's only for this little section here. And again, this is only a secret. Like, I do want future chapters to be this difficult. It's just, I don't know. I guess it is like it's a speedrunning game too. So like, you can still make the. Also, there's something weird here. I think we messed up one of the designs. The distances of one of these orbs are a little weird. This one right here, we have 2 dashes. Oh, you know why? Because I wanted it not to be a diagonal dash. I wanted it to be like this. It's supposed to be horizontal like this. We can even do that just to make it more obvious. Kind of looks like you're in space. It's supposed to be like, you know, like Doctor Strange, like you're supposed to be in like some sort of like weird time thing. Dude, the break, I think the break actually messes you up because like you have too much time and then you're like, oh shit, what do I do? Alright, but that's pretty good. So we hit this, we have an extra dash here. We can go up. We can go this way. Or we can do, yeah, we can only go in 2 directions. I could put a spring here if we want it to be nice again. Or we put a flight orb instead. So here into a flight orb, which we haven't really done. Wait, what the hell? Oh, wait, I don't like diagonals, though. Or 2 diagonals. We go boom, boom, and then... Oh, but we don't have that much space, though. How close do you think you are to finishing gameplay? Like, gameplay as in content, or gameplay as in mechanics? Content, I want to say I'm 75% of the way there. Maybe 70. for the base game. But I do think I can finish all of that, like, even though, like, you know, it took a long time to get to this point. I think, like, it gets easier over time. Like, designing rooms are a lot easier for me, especially with the amount of hours that we're putting into the game. So I could make it just a... Could put this here. Bum, 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 bum. We'd have a lot of empty space here, but maybe that's not a bad idea. And then at this point, you could dash to the left, and then we can do another. We can do dash orbs this way. Boom, boom, boom. So yeah, I think I'm 75% of the way there. But you never know. I am trying to be like conservative with that value. But also, you never know. Oh my god. Oh shit. We gotta make it more obvious that it's a diagonal dash there. You know, it's a level hard when it sounds like he's typing. Oh shit. We messed up the what did we mess up here? I also don't like this. I don't like that we're like touching this wall. Boom, 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 boom. I might do a diagonal just to help reset bring it closer to the left a little bit. A diagonal into an up, and then we can reset the player here, and then do the same thing that we wanted to do, which was, or honestly, we can also end it here. Although, you know, I want you to finish your... I love that you're so passionate about you being your own person. We are proud and dedicated how dedicated you are to this project. It takes a lot of balls, and I know the sacrifice you needed to make with U1000, and you know what? Thank you, Neo. Really means a lot. It really does. And like I do like also, you know, I think one thing that helped me a lot with I don't know, like, cause I don't want to give myself too much credit for like, oh, like, you know, being passionate about this thing. Like, yeah, I mean, but also like we are a product of like our environment, and like, I don't know, for example, like, you know, as much as we hate, for example, social media, certain social media, like short form content and stuff like that. Like there is a lot of like motivating stuff out there, or like a lot of things out there that, you know, helped me become the person I am. And there are just, you know, also a lot of people out there who are true to themselves, and like they share that info with the world. And it's like, I think like I can't really call out anyone in particular, but I know there's like just so much like, you know, of these like random people out there who are like, hey, you know, freaking Shia LaBeouf, you know, just do it sort of thing. To, you know, people who do it like tastefully too. It's not like, there is like this Neo is a true Sigma. Like you should give motivational speeches. I would like to do like, I would love to like one day, it's a pipe dream, but like do a GDC talk. It'd be so much fun. But yeah, it's very ambitious at the moment, obviously. I need to also make a very, I want to make a like a unique game. I have to do one unique title. So we're going to do one, you know, we have to do one clone to show that we have the capability to make something decent, and then we have to make one unique game. More like GD talk, am I right? Yeah, it's a little narcissistic though. Like I don't want to say like, oh yeah, I want to do a talk, because like it does feel like narcissistic to say like I want to do it, but I want to be in a position where I could, just like people have like, just like people have been, you know, motivation. It's weird because like I don't want to hold it to like a huge standard either, or like hold it to like this, like it's like this prestigious thing. Like for example, Maddie Thor's like. The GDC with Maddie Thorson, it's like, it was very beneficial to me, but it's also, I want to say it's very beneficial, but it's not like something that like changed my life forever, but I do apply it a lot, and I feel like that's really all you need. To like keep you going, you know? You just need that one person who like says something that like holds true to you, and then there it is. He might be the man, but he isn't the player. Well, well said, yeah. Also, like, I think it's also important, at least in nowadays, like for sure nowadays, like it's also important to make sure you don't have like a huge ego. It's part of the reason why I like calling myself like an NPC, because it's like, you know, it helps keep myself in check. Like at the end of the day, you know, we are also just like, you know, we're all just dust in the wind, you know. Eventually all these projects are, oh, Neo, too much, thank you. I greatly appreciate it. Neo is rich. Neo has some pretty good news coming along. Some might say, some might think, I don't. I mean, I think it's good news. I would say it's a nice change of pace for sure, and there's also some benefits with it. So there are huge benefits with it, actually. So Neo is maybe celebrating, slightly celebrating. For every gift sub, they need to appear in the. You know, I will like. I didn't know Twitch that like I did this recently. Like the, you know how like on Twitch it shows like it shows the order of like everyone who's gifted. I think it goes up to 10, top 10. But yeah, showing like all of this info would be nice. For sure. I wonder if I could get like all of it. Like all of the not just the top 10. I wonder if it shows. Just everything. I'm sure that's not why people, you know, gift subs or like anything like that, but or get like, you know, gift anything really. People just want, you know, there are just some good people out there who want to be, you know, supportive. But I would like to show like some sort of token of appreciation. Oh, speaking of, I don't even have that for the base of the game. I still don't have the statues that I need to do. That's some like I do have some assets though. And what I was thinking to do was maybe. God damn it! I completely forgot about that. I'll have to figure out what I do there. So it's gonna be a graveyard, I think is what the goal is. And we're gonna have to throw them. I think what we're gonna have to do is like create. Maybe I'll just create like the gifter's name size will increase with every sub they gifted. The thing is also people have like supported the stream, not even like, for example, it doesn't always have to be money that someone has supported me with. For example, someone who doesn't really watch my stream too often, or maybe they do, maybe they lurk, but like Zomphy, who also is a mod on the Discord, has helped a lot as well. They've also sent me money, but they've also like, you know, been like really super supportive. Which was really nice. I think they were actually the first internet stranger to like you know, like sort of like what like from my perspective show like a lot of support for the game, which was really cool. Like they're not around near as often anymore, but I still need to make sure I show my appreciation there. Money is pretty nice. Yeah, the money is with the money. Like I'm very frugal to begin with, so like regardless of like how much I would still buy. Like I think the only time, like sometimes I'll see that I got some sort of donation and I'll be like, oh, let's splurge on like, for example, assets. Like right now, today, like we might even do that. Like we might browse itch, and because like I noticed that I got like a bunch, like because Neo sent so many subs today, I'll be like, oh, we got so many subs. Like I can justify like buying another asset, but like it's such a minor thing, right? I think that's something I also need to get used to, spending more money on the project, especially with like it's so difficult, like at least for me, like figuring out commissions, because it's like I don't know, I've never, you know, having your own quote unquote business and like putting money into it and like paying someone and like figuring out like, you know, what's fair for both parties can be difficult, because one, you don't want to screw yourself over, but you also don't want to screw anyone else over. But I need to like I wish I can just like magically figure like I don't know, magically throw money at a problem efficiently, you know. I wish that was the case. Because I would throw all my money at the project if I could. I just don't know where that money should go to. Is that Unity? This is Godot. Godot. Spelled like this. Yeah, I should have like a Godot command. That's a good idea. You hear good things about Godot? What have you heard? As someone who uses Godot a lot, I only hear bad things, you know, because I'm on the opposite side. But, you know, the grass is always greener. So it's always like only controversies, you know? But it's like that with everything, right? Like whatever engine, whatever community you're on, it's always like, oh, you know, something is bad here. It is a good engine though. I like swear by it. Especially if you're a solo dev, or even if you're like a small team. I swear by it. And hopefully they like, you know, the game, I mean, my game is not like anything too special, but I hope it can speak for itself for the capabilities of Godot. And this is only in 2D. There is also 3D support. We're getting better at this area though. Oh, we die right there. Damn. We can't do a diagonal dash. We would have to do an upwards dash at this point. Yeah, I mean, it's open source. It's the community, I'll say the Godot community is probably the best, has the best community out of all other communities that I've been a part of. Like large communities, I mean, like smaller communities usually tend to be like, you know, close-knit, a little bit more close-knit, but like for a large community, it's pretty cool. And other people who use Godot are also pretty cool. Like everyone that I meet, like all other streamers that I know that use Godot, pretty dope. Shout out, literally, freaking, I can name every Godot streamer. I don't know a non-cool Godot streamer. Godot, yeah. All right, this is a pretty large room, and you know, in fact, I want to have more rooms like this in general, where it's like, I wonder, can you traverse this whole area backwards? You can't, at least not here. Oh man, I should have considered that, because you could basically traverse this whole area except for this. Unless we made it somehow where like you can whatever. I just won't be a part of this room. So dash up, dash left, portal through, catch a collectible. Are we gonna do a collectible here? I feel like this is so overwhelming for just a collectible. It's kind of crazy. Like, I feel like you deserve more, right? Like, you did all this work just for a collectible? That's kind of ridiculous. Are you saying you are cool? Wow, just wow. Didn't know my favorite streamer was a narcissist. Tell all my friends on MySpace about your sins. I am a narcissist sometimes. I feel like I'm a narcissist sometimes. Like I try not to be. Or like I don't actually think I'm a narcissist, but like sometimes I feel like, you know, I'll say something that might be a little too egotistical. I'm like, maybe But I think you have to keep yourself, just keep yourself in check. Like having like confidence in yourself is not bad, but like, yeah, humility is also important. Give him a Mori rock. I don't know how to end this room. To get Jacob's haircut? Like a title screen like this? You know, I'm actually thinking, like, if I do the Kickstarter and it goes well, I was thinking, like, I was originally thinking, I was gonna shave my head, but instead I was thinking of, like, bleaching my hair. I don't know. It seems like a little, like, it's weird for me. Like, I don't really see myself wanting to bleach my hair, but I was thinking, that would be, like, at least cool. It would be entertaining, and then I'll shave my head. What did your hair do to you? Nothing, but it's just hair. It grows back. It grows back every time. Straight hair torture. I wouldn't do the wavy thing. I would just bleach it. Imagine someone bleaches you and cuts you. That'd be pretty crazy. Oh, actually, I just realized. What's his name? Also bleaches his hair. Wallaber? Wallaber bleaches their hair, right? Wallaber. Wallaber has bleached hair, right? Or wait, he might just have gray hair, white hair. I wonder. Actually, I don't know.
Like so.
Nice hair. Did you bleach it? No, that's just my hair. It looks bleached to you? Yeah, for the longest time I did assume it was bleached. But it could just be that he has white hair. Trying to look at the roots. I mean, his beard is also white. I mean, his mustache, but like I think that's normal. That's like not. That's not yeah, I think that's okay. That happens. Stop hating on Gen Xers. I'm not hating on him. I was just wondering if he bleached his hair. Not hating, just bleaching. I was actually like, I try my best also, like I never want to copy any streamers, just in case. Like I noticed I was gonna do something, like I noticed something on Adam C. Eunice's stream. I was like, oh, I like it, and then after I like tried for a second, I was gonna do it, and I was like, oh shit, wait, maybe I shouldn't. Good thing Maddie Thorson isn't a streamer. True. I'm surprised. Like there aren't more indie, like larger streamers. I'm thinking about dying. Yeah. I haven't seen. I saw you recently, Neo. You shaved. I think it's a good. You looked so much younger when you shaved. I was like, whoa, you actually look like you were like 10 years younger. I'm thinking about dying. Dying, but the other dying. What's this song playing? Michael Jackson Halloween playlist. We didn't use too many of the flight orbs, but that's okay. I think for now we're just gonna make it a collectible, but in the near future we might make it like the stones or something. Spirit farter. From super gray to semi-black. Boom, 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 boom. Collectible. I think green hair. The only the thing with dyeing my hair, or like dyeing hair in general, is that it's very wacky, right? So like the only reason I would do it is if I knew that I would be doing this for a long time, or like, you know, I knew there's stability in freaking streaming, or, you know, just making games in general. Because I don't mind, you know, like kind of like how a rapper, or like kind of like how a rapper would like tattoo their face. Not that it's a little bit more significant, obviously. If I knew this was like going to be a long-term thing, I would definitely like just dye my hair. Although like personally, I'm not a fan of dyeing my hair. Like I'm not a fan of like bringing attraction to myself, or, you know, bringing making myself noticeable is what I meant to say. I feel like dyeing my hair is like, it goes against, you know, like just my normal self. But it's also like streaming is something that's something like, for streaming you would want to do that, right? Because it's just, it would help with, you know, bringing more, you know, more attraction to your project and stuff like that. You know, it's funny, I feel like people like to see like the one thing that comes to mind, have you, like, you guys know what's his name, J. Cole? And like I remember there was like one of his songs where it's like people like to see, it's weird because like they still like for example, you might like a rapper, or at least American culture might like a rapper, for example, but they also like that they what am I trying to say, that they're almost like it looks like from their perspective that they're self-destructive. So you might really like someone and like but you might like that they, you know, that they do drugs, or that they have tattoos on their face, or that they don't care about like their their actions, and stuff like that. And I feel like that's, as an like, for example, as an influence, it's like the same reason why what's his name got super like what's this how's it going, Falanier? I was looking for a long time. Oh, here we are on the practical NPC raid, or the Falanier raid. How's it going, Papa Joe, Fuzzy Demon, and Bunny? You've been streaming pretty late. I think you're in are you in Mountain Time, or are you on the West Coast? I know you're like at least an hour behind me. But yeah, I feel like you usually didn't stream this late in the past. Oh, you're also on the East Coast. Alright, so we're in the same boat. I'm back on the knife shift at work. I see, okay. At least you're not like a degenerate like me. I'm just up because I don't know. How's it going, everyone? Though, welcome. Felonier is working on Falonier Fantasy. For those of you who are interested, here, let me, if I can escape from my game. There's no escape. For those of you who are interested in seeing it's a Twitch game, have I never had it wishlisted? That's actually kind of. I swear I've had this game wishlisted. You know, no, I'm not even kidding. I feel like sometimes they remove it from your wish list. Or I'm just saying that to like. You are wish list number 402. 402. Can we make that 402 plus 80? I've lost 10% of my wish list. I don't know what happened there. Oh, so it is something that actually consistently happens, because I remember it's like a lot of times like I actively click this button, or like I remember clicking the button and then I come back to it and it's just gone. I think it is a thing, yeah. So let's make up for it today. For anyone interested. Or I mean, again, it's not even like you don't even have to be interested in the projects. It's just grateful for us, you know, smaller devs. It helps with the algorithm. How do I pin this? But yeah, I hope it's going well. Pin this message. There we go. Did that work? Right. It helps so much. Yeah, for sure. Learning how inherited scenes work. Nice. Oh yeah. Wait, how long do you think before you're done? And breaking everything. Oh, nice. Even better. Also, Arrow, how's your project coming along with Yag? I was lurking on your streams as well. But I think I went on your streams and then right afterwards I just knocked out from just the exhaustion. We were playtesting a bunch of games yesterday, or at this point like 12 hours ago. End of next year if I'm lucky. Gotcha. Nice. Time flies, honestly. I'm trying to release by January, or have a base version of the game. Basically a beta version of the game. Or like 1.0. I don't know, is beta considered 1.0? Yeah, my 1.0 version by January, and then hopefully within like 1 or 2 months after that, have it fully released on Steam. But we'll see. This is currently supposed to be a secret room. Doesn't really represent the difficulty of the game, although I would like it to increase to this moment, to this point. Here, I'll actually show you guys some of the game. Actually, let's go into options and show debug mode. Beta before 1.0 generally, at least from what I see. Who the heck knows? Version numbers are mysticism. So sure, beta can be 1.0. I'll just keep calling it 0.9. Honestly, I've been on we've been progressing through our version numbers relatively quickly, because like for the first 2 years I only hit version or what I've been calling version 0.1 by the second year of developing this game I was still on version 0.3. It wasn't until we've been going full send that we've actually been updating our game significantly. I guess because the foundation was still being set up a bunch. How's it going, Proton? The domain was expired, fixed now. Thanks for pointing it out. How you been, Proton?
Hello there.
Which chapter is that? Haven't been on the stream for a while. That was chapter. It's actually chapter 6. So right now, actually, like in the files, it's called chapter 5, but we're actually gonna throw it in as the final chapter. The aesthetic of it is not that good just yet, but we're actually gonna be working on that after this. We just finished the secret room, or like the first version of that secret room. That's pretty good, actually. I did like the designs. Looks like chapter 4. Yeah, it does look like chapter 4 because the spikes were old. The spikes we reused. A lot of the assets in that chapter we did reuse. But we're actually gonna update it today. Just for the spikes for sure. And it does it's going to showcase a lot of the mechanics from previous chapters. So it's supposed to be like a clash of all the chapters, and like, you know, almost like I'm using a lot of like, we should look at Doctor Strange. Like, I don't know, like a lot of stuff in Doctor Strange looks like super wacky or like, you know, super trippy, and I want that sort of like clash in the game where like every chapter is just colliding. So we might even introduce stuff from like, or like, you know, decorations from chapter 1, chapter 2, everything, and sort of like hopefully seamlessly blend them together. We'll see how it looks. It's still, chapter 6 is still in the very early stages. Yeah. This is my game. For the longest time, we were actually working only on chapter 1. So I would say like for 1.5 years, it was just me doing this chapter over and over and like getting feedback from people and just remaking the same rooms over and over again. And it wasn't until like, until like the second year, it wasn't until we didn't actually start making any rooms or any new chapters. But yeah, once you start getting like, you know, it's crazy how much work you put into a game, and like you don't really recognize any of the progress until like, you know, all of the pieces of the puzzles kind of just like start to fall into place. Edited the tune for a new Fig demo yesterday. Tune is composed by Rock/Fig and JLD Fig M. But I can't release it in advance. But I can share a clip of it. It's a banger. Should work again. Uh-oh. Maybe not. Works for you. Interesting. Is it like a country thing? Oh shit. Also, my camera is like super blurry. What the hell? I think the other thing that I'm gonna do as a streamer, or like, as if I'm not one right now, but if we, you know, closer to release, I think we're gonna invest some more stuff into the stream, and I feel like the first thing I need to invest into is a camera. A better camera. I'm talking as if like I know the game is gonna go well. I have no idea how it's gonna go. But you know, something nice about dreaming, you know, lying to yourself a little bit, you know, it helps. You guys ever seen? There's this show on Netflix called The Sandman. Try this. Oh, there we go. Sirens? That was pretty good. What is that? What exactly is that for? Or wait, you did say it. It's a Fig demo, which is the Finnish gold, right? No. Yeah, Finnish gold. But is it for a game or anything, or is it just for like a... just something you wanted to make? But yeah. So, we finished some of the level design, or like, we only did one room today, but we did do 3 rooms 2 days ago, but we didn't do any rooms last stream, because we only did playtest. But, what I think we'll do is maybe next stream, yeah, let's do some of the art, since, you know, I am, like, somewhat tired, and I feel like, you know, maybe our brain works better. Like, sometimes I feel like you're more creative when you're tired. So maybe we'll come up with some better stuff here. It's for the next Fig demo, which will be released on Easter 2024. Nice. So let's do this. You think so? You think you're more creative when you're tired? Boom, boom. Yeah, I think it's nice. Like, I feel like, at least in the morning, like, I feel cognitively you're more there. And then obviously, as you're more tired, you start, like, I don't know, losing brain cells. But then, yeah, I guess maybe because you're losing those brain cells, something else is working in the back end, and it's like you're you know, it's kind of like you're drunk almost. You know, you're not fully there, but you're, you know, you lose all logic, but that helps. You know, you lose some logic. So you can try being creative here. Something that I also lack. Like, I think I am lacking a little bit on the creativity side, so it does help. Check Discord. Boom, 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 boom. Play this. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. All right. In the meantime, let's find some stuff here. So I do want, like, there are never any good assets on Edge for spikes. I want like heavenly spike. Let me see if we can find heavenly spikes spines. Blasphemous. What are the spikes like in the final chapter? The final chapter in Blasphemous is actually no, never mind. They're very like thorny and jagged, usually. And also, obviously, it's also very high res. Hmm. This is pretty good, Proton. I could definitely see this in a game though, if you ever plan to add it to one. It is personally, I do find it a little loud. For like, I don't know what it is. Maybe the frequency of it is very loud for me. But that could just be me. Maybe while playing a game, it's a different story. Or like it feels different while playing a game. Or just listening it to in general. It is. It's your audio routing. It's very quiet. I could try increasing the volume for people on stream. Or I could lower it this way. All right. So yeah, I'm not sure what we're gonna do with these spikes. I think, shit. I wish there was a good reference to it too. What I'm thinking currently is just to make it like poles almost. Is this the 154th stream? It's not the one. This is technically, if we look at like all my YouTube videos, it's probably very close to. Let me see. It's probably close to like 500. Probably a little less, like maybe 490. I started out streaming on YouTube first, or like both multi-streaming. Sorry, I didn't mean to derail you. How dare you? No, we're not even. I'm still not even sure what I want to do here with our spikes. Honestly, something like this, like I'm thinking, what if we just the thing is, we also need to make sure that it's turned into some sort of tom map, and that's gonna be kind of difficult. Figuring out what that's gonna look like, but like a gold color feels kind of nice. So here, let's go into. I'm gonna go into the chapter 5. We already have a spike tom map for chapter 5. Chapter 5 Heaven Spikes right here. Danger. Oh, when you said sirens, I thought you were talking. I don't know why I didn't put 2 and 2 together. Welcome back. Because I had to run? Yeah. That's understandable. Well, I'm glad you're safe. I was like, sirens. Oh, okay. Because like I hear sirens all the time living where I live, and it's like it's usually it's almost like ambient sounds for me, like it's white noise to me. Is the longer video storing time in Twitch a partner feature? Longer video storing in possibly. I know eventually, I mean, Twitch is going to remove your VODs either way. Usually you can publish them on YouTube. That's usually what I do. That's why you'll see all my videos are usually posted on YouTube. Every single VOD. Almost every single VOD. That way you have like an archive that's, preserved for longer. I think eventually especially if you have like so many VODs, I think eventually YouTube will delete it if your account is inactive. And like, you're not really getting too many views on those videos. I think they will remove them, but it'll be a long time before they do. So yeah. All right. I did want to open up a Sprite. Boom, 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 boom. What has Saltoons released anything on YouTube lately? Curious. No. Got gifted a level up. Oh, you got a sub from Neo. You know, sent so many subs today. How many freaking subs? 10, 5, 15 subs today. That's like... What the hell? That's a lot of, what's math? It's freaking $75. Not including, I mean, in total... That's a lot of, those are a lot of buckaroonies. That's like 26 copies of memory right there. $26 digital copies. Alright, so these are our current tiles, and they don't look good. Well, they're just black and white, which looks terrible. Do we have chapter 5? No. What I could try doing is grabbing the original red ones and trying to make something from that. Or we can try converting this into like... I don't know, would this look stupid? If they just look like this? We'll mess with only the top layer here. Twitch removes your videos in 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, Twitch removes your videos. Usually it's within a month, I want to say. Every month. Or maybe every 2 months. Let me see. I think it's different for everyone. Are you an affiliate? I think you are an affiliate, right? If you're not an affiliate, I think that also affects it. But yeah, if you're an affiliate, it should be 2 weeks. If I look at my channel, if I'm not slow here. All videos. If we just scroll all the way down. It does save, like, I don't know why it saved my, like, one of my older streams. It's weird. Like, this one's from last year, but it doesn't save everything. Like, for example, this is from 2 months ago. And then everything in between 2 months ago and... Look at me with the short hair, too. This is 4 months ago, but this seems like it's a clip. Same with... yeah, it goes up to 2 months ago, and then... This is a clip, and then... No, they remove videos older than 2 weeks. Maybe you have a setting? Did you look it up? Twitch removing videos after 2 weeks. You get 60 days. Oh, if you have Prime, you get 60 days. Most Twitch partners, Prime and Twitch Turbo users have their broadcast saved for 60 days. So it's a pay to win. All other broadcasters will have their, but they, all other broadcasters have their broadcast saved for 7 days before they are deleted. So I do have Prime, so that would explain why I have 60 days. because this video exists. Commodore Amiga released this week. So yeah, I mean, these videos can always be published on, like, the best way to preserve your videos in an archive is to put them on YouTube. Or, like, any streaming service alternative. Hello, how are you doing, everybody? How's it going, Blah? Yeah, but this is not there. What do you mean? Like, it's not saved on their profile? This is from February. 8 months ago. Yeah, so that's the thing. Like, sometimes they're, like, randomly, some videos don't get removed. For example, again, I have a random video on my channel that has just been preserved forever, it seems. This is from last year. It's only an hour and 30 video. But yeah, it's been there forever. Oh, so these two videos are over a year old, or just from last year. Unless all of their videos are preserved, but if they're a partner, again, they might have more. I don't know, man. Oh yeah, they have more of their videos. Definitely way more of their videos preserved. Maybe they work for Twitch or have some sort of affiliation with Twitch that doesn't make them a yeah, they're not just a normal person, normal streamer. They're part of a group, which would mean that, I do have something. Let's see. Curious. There are other devs who, for example, let's see Kaide. Wonder what their videos are. You can even watch them. No, even they're like super pop, 2.6 million, and they only go down to 2 months. That's what I tried to explain. Yeah. But I mean, this person is a partner, and they're way more popular than the other streamer, and they only have 2 months. I'd like to learn Godot, and there are YouTube tutorials, but they are 3 to 5 years old, and I've heard there are some new things in Godot, like shaders added. Shaders have been in Godot for a while, so the question is, should I start with the older video tutorials or start looking for something newer? So yeah, I mean, the syntax of Godot has changed a pretty decent amount, and like auto tiles have changed a lot, so like if you're applying a lot of stuff that you find in the older tutorials, it might not work. Like, a lot of things might not work on like the engine side. The programming aspect of it might be, relatively the same, but like how, like, your code is communicating with the engine might be slightly different. If you're creating like if you're looking at, like, I don't know, like some sort of technical stuff with, like, just implementing some sort of mechanic that's like, strictly code based rather than like engine based, you'll be fine. If you're like looking for like, you know, how to make a tile map or something, that already exists. As for the shaders, I mean, I think they did make some changes to the shaders, but for the most part, it's the same. Yeah. But your question is, should I start with older videos? I would say no. I would just say start with whatever is recent. Personal. I mean, you know, I guess do your due diligence, but I would say just watch. Like, if you want to implement something, just watch an older video. If you can't find a resource on it, maybe make a post on Discord or on Reddit. The Godot community is pretty helpful. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Yeah, no problem. Alright, we really got to figure out what we want to do with these spikes. I'm still unsure. Watch the VOD of you playtesting. We just want to say thanks for all the feedback. Gonna try to get as much feedback as possible into consideration. Very early rendition, of course. So a lot of things up front are janky still. I think the point you made about the hard games get viewed as bad game design, quick is a very good one, and I'll look at the levels again. Also probably get some kind of room system so that you can see what you actually have to do in the sections. Yeah. Also, I hope you didn't find any of the feedback that I gave to be, you know, like, I wanted to, you know, to be real with you, because like I feel like when I first started, it was like a lot of people were friendly, or like, you know, they say, oh, your game is great, and like, I already have that like that ego that tells me my game is good, and I need someone to, like, you know, just crush it just a little bit so that I can make my game better. So I hope you took that you know, constructively. And yeah, like I said, my game was in a very similar boat in the early stages, especially with like it's not even issues of programming or like anything like that. It's literally like game design, level design, and that's you only learn that kind of stuff from feedback. Like, you know, to become a good level designer or just to become a good designer, it's not like, you know, no one's a natural at it. It's from feedback, or not even from feedback, but like from reacting to how people take your project. I wonder why load default color palette. It makes everything invisible for some reason. I made all of this white, and then I'm making all of this dark, and then load default palette turns everything freaking. Let's do RGB color load default palette. It's weird. Nowhere near perfect/good at the moment, and not a lot of things work well yet. Also interesting to see another play because of what you said. I know completely how the game works / levels work, so I can easily do them versus other people who don't. Yeah, exactly. You know the exact buttons you have to press to get to a certain point, whereas like you might assume that the player knows, and it also sometimes is frustrating to watch someone play your game because it's like, oh, why don't they know that you have to do it this way? But yeah, and then you like, it can be frustrating sometimes as the designer to see that. But yeah. You're in a very good position though, I'll say. And I'm sure your game will become better. We played Juho's game right after that, and I remember actually playing Juho's game when it was a little like in the earlier stages of Juho's game, and it was basically almost like the same problem. There were like levels. It was like there were too many expectations put on the player. where like, hey, this is like the established rules of the game, and like just have at it. Which I mean, if you want to make that type of game, it's okay. Just know that a lot of people will struggle and they might judge your game for it. If you are trying to make something that's publicly released. If you're making something that just for yourself or your friends, or you can also create your own genre and like say this is how I want the game to play. That's also fine. Sometimes those games are better than the ones that, like, for me, I've had this conversation with Saltoons before, where it's like, where I didn't really have this conversation exactly with Saltoons, but like for him, it's like he prioritizes more like, oh, I'm going to make a challenging game, and I'm also going to be like real, like, regardless of the feedback that he gets. I mean, I'm sure he listens to his feedback, but at the same time, he does have like very strong opinions of what his game wants, what he wants his game to play like. Whereas for me, whenever I see like people play my game, I like change a lot because I'm very concerned with how the player experience. But that's maybe I'm just like, I'm just a simp. Like, I just want people to enjoy the game. I want as many people as possible to enjoy the game while still also creating something that can be challenging. But yeah, it really just depends on what you're trying to, like, I'm personally trying to release a commercial game, and like especially on Steam, you're gonna get a lot of people who like are gonna flame your game like super hard. So like the less flame you get, the better. But I still think you can still make a game that, like, you can still be true to yourself and make a good game, and have like the average consumers still enjoy it. Personally, I think. I mean, that's my opinion. I feel like I personally like my game the way it is, and I don't think I'm like, I am joking. Like, we were saying like, oh yeah, I'm simping for people, but like at the same time, I still think I'm making a relatively decent game. That's true to what I think is like good game design. Yeah, the original idea for the game was that it was a speedrun platformer that was challenging, so it would require players to become very good at the game, / its mechanics, and I do know that is very, very niche. Yeah, it is. It is very niche. And you can still do that, like, have very like more precision required from the player. But doing it a little slower also helps a lot. I would actually recommend playing, because I remember, like I said, I played Juho's game a bunch, like when it first came out. And I remember like thinking like, I kind of almost saying the same thing to him that I said to you during your stream, and playing his game during the stream recently, after his several like reiterations of the game. It's a lot better. To what it was before. His game, I will say, his game is a little easy. Like, his game actually was a lot more challenging in the beginning, but now it's a lot easier. I don't know if that's like, I don't want to say, oh, like, make your game easier, that's better, because there is like a closer association, because I think his game is better now, but it also is easier. So also, yeah, I wouldn't want to say to confuse good level design with an easy game. There's like this fine line between the two. I think pacing is also really important. Having like a really hard room right after, like, a super easy, like, most of, like, for example, in Juho's game, it was like, most of the game felt pretty easy, and then I went into a random secret room that he had in the game, and like I was struggling. I mean, I couldn't even beat it, with the amount of lives that we had. So, yeah. I'm not really happy with these spikes. No, I'm not sure what to do. I think a way to combat hard from the start, the hard from the start thing in my game is making the first world for about the first 5 levels all tutorial / easier. Yeah, definitely. Slowly introducing mechanics. Also, don't be afraid to be repetitive with your game, because people will subconsciously understand, like, you know, how the movement works and all that kind of stuff. So, like, you know, doing the same jumps, like different reiterations of the same thing, but just like slightly different. I'll give you an example in my game. There's like this area, and I'll show you. Actually, let me close this real quick. I'll show you. This room has been redone so many times. Like even this, like the fact that, like, you know, in this first room, the only thing that's kind of like taught to the player, like they could technically dash this way, but really, like, the only thing that they need to know is that they can climb walls, or like they can at least interact with walls, and they can either jump on them or, you know, climb them in whatever way they want. And you can even see this room is even this. It's basically the same thing. It's a reiteration of the same thing. They might want to dash into the wall again, or like they might have the option to dash into the wall, but they don't have to. And then over time, like this one requires that they dash, and it's just like it also showcases that they have to do diagonal dashes, because like sometimes, another issue that I had with people, technically they don't have to diagonal dash, because we have fudging in the game, so I might even introduce another level. But for the longest time, like, some people only realized that, or they thought that there were only horizontal dashes in the game, so like they would try beating the entire game, because like a lot of the time you can just only do horizontal dashes, and if that is enforced into their brain from the start, then, like, for example, how do you get across here? They can't, or maybe they can. Let me see. Eventually, they're gonna hit a point. So it's very good to like make very. You want to make. It's kind of funny because like some people don't like linear rooms, but linearity is like super important for at least teaching the base mechanic, and then over time you can give them options. You know, like different routes. Like, it's enjoyable to have different routes for achieving a certain room. In this level you're in now, is it intended to only be able to enter the level from like the floor? It's the third level, I think, from like from the floor. There is option, like, I tried to, at least in the beginning, and I mean, a lot of the game is linear. I do want to add more options to the game, but a lot of the base designs are linear because a lot of the time I'm trying to teach, you know, for example, originally this room looked like there was no platform right here. Instead, it was like you had to jump on this wall and then do a wall jump to this side, which is very unintuitive for people. So now I kind of like broke it down a bit, where it, like, you dash onto this and then you can climb up and kind of chill. And then over time in this area is where I kind of teach it. Another issue that people have is like they don't understand that the dash gets reset from hitting the ground. Like, you only dash once. So like they'll dash up, for example, they'll do this. They'll come here, they'll be like, oh, I have to climb up, let me dash up and then I actually brought this closer. Like I teach it later, or like I have different areas. Like I keep trying to reteach the same thing where, eventually they'll figure out that the dash. That was my method for figuring it out. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep making rooms, and hopefully, with the amount of rooms that they see, eventually they'll figure out that. Subconsciously they'll be like, okay, you know, it hasn't been broken this whole time. There's gonna be a moment where they finally figure it out that, you know, dashes get reset on the ground. But yeah. Notice when playing the demo, yeah, in this level, you're intended to only be able to enter the level from the floor. Yeah, let me know which one you're referring to. You said it was the third one. This is room 71. This is room 5. Room 19. Room 84. 187. 188. 187. So this one. Is it intentional? So you can go this way, or you could even skip the whole thing and just do this. Like at the end, you can climb on the edge of the screen. Oh, are you talking about like this? This is not intentional. This is because there's a wall on this side. So either I bring the ceiling down here, or I bring the ceiling up on this one. Yeah, there's some of that throughout the game. It's because the game, like the rooms are modular, so like I make them separate from each other, and sometimes I don't realize what height I set up for each of them. And that's why they look like that. What we could do is make a tool. Actually, I think that's a kind of a good idea. What I might do is make a tool that helps me edit rooms in like the long, like mass edit rooms with the Tom map to like sculpt them just a bit once everything is set in stone. Is chapter 1 the only one with reactive spikes? Is that the only level in chapter? Yeah, it is. I do want to add more though. Like, I do want to add way more to chapter 1. I think it's a decent foundation, but I do want to add just a little bit more to help the player. Speaking of, I haven't seen too many people play the game recently who's like never played it. So if you ever want to give like the best form of feedback usually is for me to see someone play the game. Especially if you've never played, like if you've never played a platformer like ever, it's the best form of feedback for me because it helps me understand, like I already know people who are good at platformers can beat the game easily. But I need to see people who are just, you know, not new to the, or new to the genre. Because that's how I base a lot of the first chapter designs around. Can get some gameplay from non-gamers. Honestly, like the worst, as long as they're cool with it, because I know this game is frustrating for people. So as long as they're cool with giving feedback, and they can quit whenever too, that also helps. Like if they, even if they quit, like seeing when they quit is like also a good point, because then like I might be like, okay, so there's there's something familiar going on here. Everyone keeps quitting at this room. All the non-gamers are quitting at this exact point. So yeah, let them be as harsh as possible if you want. Like don't ask them to like play the whole game if they don't want to. I mean, they could, but also like it would help me, because then it would like I would have to like really focus on that one thing that they struggled with. Before the next stream today, yeah, I would greatly appreciate it. But no worries if they can't. Can ask my GF to play the game. Experience, she got, the only game experience she has is Stardew Valley and Minecraft. So I think that might be a little bit of experience. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. I mean, to find people who have never played video games is like pretty rare, right? Platforming is, I feel like the only people who have played a lot of platforming games are like, just people who have been exposed to Mario at a young age. For example, which not everyone has, or like people are like, especially younger generations might have been exposed. Like for example, a lot of the games that I played growing up were like PlayStation games, so I actually didn't play too many platformer games growing up. But I do really like the genre. The fart flames. How's it going, Slimic? Or Slimic? Just as deadly. Alright, we have this bug now again. We have to fix that one. But yeah, I would greatly appreciate it if you guys can find people. I don't want to ask anyone, like, if they don't really want to, or like, if you find that you're busy, don't worry about it either. Like, it's not a big deal. I do think for example, I do think the first chapter is in a pretty good spot. But I wouldn't, like, whatever feedback I get, I'm going to take it into consideration. Again, I don't really care. It sounds weird to say, but I don't care too much about the feedback, because like, I think I've already received a lot of feedback, but like seeing how people play and seeing where they struggle is the more important part. I can't wait to have like more analytics in the game, like recording. Honestly, in the newest version, I think what we're gonna work on before we release it is having something that records where the player has died, which chapter they died in, and letting the player save that information. And like, if you want to send that info to me, you can. So we'll have to work on that pretty soon, actually. Maybe today. We're getting distracted by not working on the tile map. This is why I love having Twitch name, my Twitch name, because no one can say it properly, purely because it's pronounced so wildly. Slimic, 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 Slimike, Slymike. Which one is it? Slamak. I'm glad we're doing 2 streams again. Or like, I'm trying to do 2 streams again. I'm like wondering, so I'll have to see how it affects my health. I don't like, the thing is, I remember I did it like, you know, I think we did it for like 2 months straight where I was doing 2 streams a day. I was like sleeping twice a day. And like the thing is, it felt fine, like I felt fine, but also like I don't know in the long term if it's good for you. But I do like it. I'm more productive. Obviously we're just getting more work done in general. These tiles though, I don't think the whole creative thing, it's not true. These are shit spikes. Nice pixel art, dude. Thank you. We're trying our best here. This is not representative of, like, I'm not that good at pixel art, but this doesn't represent my best pixel artwork. But yeah. I'm trying to figure out what to do with our spikes. You need a nice big disclaimer on the side of the screen. Oh, what the hell? I was trying to update. I'm constantly learning pixel art for my first game development game indie developing. Nice. So I know the feels. Yeah. But personally, I mean, I find pixel art to be the best. I personally like it. I think it's, whenever I see pixel art or like even low res stuff, I'm just like, oh yeah, this is good. I don't know why. Like it's technically like it's like a worse style, right? Because it's like there's less detail, but there's also more potential. Usually, there's more potential for it to be polished, which makes it look better. But I guess there's also the nostalgia factor. And maybe that's why I like it. Because I mean, realism, like the more realistic games become, it's just closely associated with reality. But I mean, maybe that's not why we play games. It's like, it's cool that it's not exactly reality, right? And maybe that's why I like it more. There's more flexibility and less deal with rigging and bones and etc. More flexibility. You're saying pixel art has more flexibility and more flexibility because the thing is, like, it's easier to produce stuff, right? Because there's less less space to cover, right? Or less details to add. One pixel can do a lot, right? For example, we made this dash animation recently, and it's literally like, in total it's like 5 pixels, or no, in total it's like 16 pixels, and it just and it adds so much detail, versus if we made a 3D game, we'd probably want to make this, have like a bunch of particles. And I mean, we do have particles, but for example, even our dash particles are in total like 15 pixels. Like it's not even much. My pixel art game uses skeletons and skinning. I mean, some games use like 3D models as like what's it called? They'll use 3D models and then have a shader on top, or use something to convert them to 2D sprites. And I don't know. I just like the 2D, like the pixel art version of it, versus like, let's say they kept the 3D model. Just looks better. The pixel art version looks better, in my opinion. But again, I'm biased. Maybe I've worked on a pixel art platformer for so long that I'm just like, oh yeah, like anything that's pixel art just looks better. But yeah, it depends on the game too. I'm trying to think like can you share links? You can share it. Like, are you saying like can people share links? Yeah. Of course, you can share links. I mean, even if I said no, or like, even if some people couldn't share links, VIPs can share links. Like, no matter what. Or I think, like, yeah, I think no matter what, they can share links, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure what to do with our spikes. I'm like, maybe... Here, let me try recycling what we have from Chapter 3. Teeth spike from Chapter 3, and then... Teeth spike. Let's back up. Here, let's grab this one. Teeth spike. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, this looks pretty cool. Wait. Aaron, I feel like I've seen this before. Were you the one who's working? Is this RPG in a box? And yes, yeah, I remember you talking about this actually. Done a lot more. Nice, hell yeah. Nice, I got sub-gifted? Yes, you did. Enjoy the gift. Alright, so here, let me try saving this as a new, we'll call this, you know what, I'm going to save it actually as, where's our, I'm going to save it as this one. Chapter 5, Heaven Spikes, and we're going to try to just, I'm going to make a new layer here and we'll just try doing something. Make it look less like spikes, or less like teeth, more like golden, spectacular stuffs. Here, actually, let me copy this layer. I usually like low poly 3D with pixel textures, but the Game Boy Green is too much for me. The hardest part for my game is making flat 2D tile sheet. I make into a 3D block. Well, not to worry, Tomer, because during the game, the art changes to a 16-bit NES game. What the hell? My screen just got darker from nightlight. Oh, it like converted back. Okay, because it's 7 a.m. Because like it's supposed to be daytime right now. And so my nightlight was like, oh yeah, it's daytime. You know, you're just waking up. Let's turn off the nightlight. Little does my PC know. We just never sleep. It's so weird that it's doing this. It's like, but you know, low key, this kind of looks cool. Let me see what this looks like in game. Whoa. Do. What are we on? Chapter 5. Honestly, I might actually keep this. I think we'll make it look a little less like spikes or a little less like teeth. Maybe give it more of like a crystal look. The colors could also get changed a bit. Oh, we don't have any collisions on these spikes yet. So we can pretend like we're really good at the game. You had like 6 viewers, so having 60 is crazy. To be fair, we did get rated. Not that the viewers matter, though. Not that the amount of viewers matter. You know, it's about the... It's about the journey. I honestly, like, sometimes I prefer the smaller streams because it's like, you know, the vibes are very chill. I feel like sometimes if it's a lot, I mean, no one's really chatting too much. I'm just lurking and working. Yep. I mean, that's usually what a lot of people do, right? I like to be kind of like a radio, almost like a radio talk show host that someone just has in the background. I'm the NPC that's playing in the background during an intense movie scene of someone else. I started watching. By the way, I started watching Edge Runner. I'm enjoying it so far. I really love like the world building of Edge Runner. It makes me want to work on a freaking cyberpunk type game, but I'm worried too many people are doing it too. There's this weird like feeling I get. Focus on memory. Yeah, I am focusing on memory. There's this weird feeling I get with like, it's like a, almost like what's the, like the future gives me this like weird, what's the word? Fucking, like a melancholic feeling. But it's like whenever I look at like futuristic stuff, like it almost, I don't want to say it feels depressing, but it has this weird feeling to it that gives me like a melancholic feel. Like I don't even know how to put it into words. But it also gives me comfort for some reason. And I like the world building around that for some reason as well. And that's why I want to make the thing is I'm not too good at world building or like especially a game like Cyberpunk or like futuristic games, because you have to do a lot. Like you have to, I mean, establish, you know, like what the government, like for example, what the governments are like, or like how people live during those times. And I mean, I guess it's very similar to how we live now, but still. I do like this crazy town map though, because it is a clash with like everything that already exists. Like it's just wacky, but it's not perfect. I think we're gonna try to manipulate the colors like over here, or you know what? Here, let's do this. I'll keep this. I'm gonna make another new layer. Although, all right, let me copy this one more time. Do we'll go into, wait, what? Going into sprite and indexed, or here, wait. Load default palette, and then let's go back to RGB. I don't know why it's doing that. Like, we loaded our default palette, and like This color was our default palette. It makes no sense to me. Like, this is our default palette. Like, this color right here. It's the same color. I don't get it. Focus on memory. It's like I haven't been... It's like I don't spend... How many... I'm actually curious how many hours I've been working on memory lately. Video. 172 hours in the last month. Oh, sorry, 174 hours. 174 divided by 30. Oh, so we're slacking. Only 5.8 hours per day. To be fair, to be fair, I stream on weekends too, so that's kind of like a 9 to 5. Let me see. 174. Divided by 40. So that's, I mean, there's 4 weeks. So yeah, we kind of do, we do a 9 to 5. Plus whatever, plus overtime right here. 0.35 times 40. Plus an extra 14 hours. Per month. Oh, last month though we were slacking. You know, I'm not complaining. Thank you for the posture check. I think my posture is decent, but my back feels like it's flush against the chair. Siridan, how's it going? Do. Alright, so there's another issue. Chapter 5 right now looks like, I feel like pink would also look really good for chapter 5. We don't have green spikes though. Green would look pretty cool, maybe. Yeah, we don't actually have a green world in general. We don't have like any overgrown... I wonder... We can try green though, for this at least. Maybe it'll look kind of cool. With pink spikes, I don't know. Trying to get freaky. Bum, bum. How's the game going? It's pretty good. I can show you what I'm currently doing. Yeah, something about these colors though look kind of cool. Bum, bum. We're currently designing chapter 6, which is the final chapter of the game. Green is cool, but it's very, like... This actually looks pretty cool for chapter 2, now that I see it. It's like... I can definitely see the game looking like this for chapter 2. Right now we have it like this brownish color, this ugly brown color, but this one is kind of nice. These look more like lively thorns. Bum, bum, bum. But yeah, we're working on the final chapter, which is, it's kind of exciting actually. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, I'm gonna try this one again. But I'm gonna duplicate this. Cause something about it is weird. Oh, what the hell? I wanted to copy this one. Maybe like the inside could be green. It could be kind of wacky. Maybe like making it look like crystals would be really cool. So it is close to finishing. I want to say, like, the thing is, like, the closer you get to release, it's like the more you want to polish things, and then like we are getting, like, it seems like I'm very close to the finish line. I don't know, but I say that a lot. But this time I feel more so like that. Really, I like these spikes. They kind of look like vomit, but like a good vomit, maybe. I think they're better than the pink/green. I think they will change though. Like again, it probably should look less like teeth and more like crystals. If I can get that, let me see something. Pixel art crystals are kind of hard to get at a low res. Like, I've never found anything good. 32 by 32. Yeah, 32 by 32 is pretty big. Too big. Oh, I need to request. I need my $2 back. Maybe stars? Oh, that would be kind of cool though. Like star spikes. Also, I think what we want to do is make the asteroids float around in the parallax. Right now they're just in, like, not moving at all. I feel like it would be cool if they started moving. What is this? Oh, I forgot I had this. So they're not as detailed as the one that we already have, but maybe we can like throw some of them in. Yeah, I don't know what to do. Crystals. There are no pixel art crystals. You can copy Celeste. I could try throwing this into, you know, ideally what I should do is make a 16 by 6. Like, we need, I need to make a tile map that looks good in 16 by 16. And then I need to write a script for like making it look good. Or like perfectly, like seamlessly combining 8x8s into 16 by 16. I've been postponing that for so long. I feel like that would really help with the game. You know, there. Wait, let me see something. I remember I have an asset pack. This. The thing is, it's also very high. What is this from? What is this song? Oh, this is Plants vs. Zombies. The sun is starting to rise up. I can show you guys my. You guys see my? Oh yeah, you can kind of see my window. Alright, let's try to make these look more like crystals. I'm gonna make a new layer on top of this one and see. Looks like thorns. Alright, maybe just making them symmetrical is the first step. Look like a cacti, yeah. Actually, yeah. Right. Maybe it doesn't have to be. Maybe if they're all symmetrical, that's another thing that might not be too bad. We'll see. I just don't want it to look like all the other tiles in the game. Or you know what? I should have. Maybe we can do some sort of hybrid between this one and the blue one that we currently have. The blue one is not too bad actually, but it is lacking somewhere. But I will try. I am gonna just try this first. I don't want to do this for everything. Jimmy Jam, thank you for the follow. Alright, let's see what this looks like. We only did the top tiles. Honestly, I could technically copy all of these and rotate them. This is a remix? Or does this song always sound like this? It's crazy how like you listen to a song like a couple of more times. Oh, it is a different song. It's the battle version. How's it going, Nikki B? Boom, 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 boom. Alright, we also... Here, I'll have to copy and paste all of these here. Actually, I don't think we even use these too often, but... I'm gonna do it anyway. I think this is... Oh, actually, no, we do use it. It's for the variety. So we'll want to do it here as well. Boom, 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 boom. Let them cook. Wait, these are the same. Update for me, please. Alright, we updated it. The corner pieces are still funky looking, but we'll try to ignore it for now. Boom, 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 boom. It still looks very thorny to me. Cause yeah, we didn't finish the corner pieces. And also, there are still some of them that look like teeth. So we didn't update all of them again. Let me see. What are we missing? We did all of these. We did, I guess this one right here we didn't do. Does it come from love of yourself playing a game like it? You know, what's funny, like I do really enjoy my game. But like the joy comes from actually just making something that I think is I don't know, I find joy in making something that has like almost like order to it, in the sense where like there are some clearly established rules for a video game, and hopefully they are like kind of like, I want to say like expertly designed. Like I try to, and that's what I think like drives, at least for me. Like I do enjoy the gameplay though. I really like how it plays. But I wouldn't say it playing it does drive me, but it drives me because I'm like, oh, this plays well. But you know, it's hard to enjoy it because I've played it for so much that it's not necessarily like you know, I wouldn't sit back and relax and play my own game. Just because I play tested so much. And like I only really got into platformers after trying to design one. Actually. So while I really liked the genre, it wasn't until I was trying to make a platformer that I really got into it. And then I started playing, you know, like a bunch of platformers. Hope that explanation makes sense. Oh, we never updated the side textures. That's why it looks weird. The left side we didn't update. So we just have to delete this. Do you do coding besides games? I find trouble enjoying non-game coding. I used to. I think nowadays it's hard for me to pick up something that's not to pick up a programming project that isn't game dev. But I do find joy in programming. But yeah, I haven't done it in so long. In like non-game dev programming. I will say game dev programming is the most fun though. It's the most enjoyable. Like I wouldn't really want to yeah, I don't see myself wanting to do anything else. Unless it's like, you know, like for example, like making a bot for like a stream. I could see myself enjoying working on that. I don't see myself ever wanting to make like, for example, I don't see myself ever wanting to make like a SaaS. Or like anything really in like the financial field, for example. I like the reason why I like game dev so much is because it's like it's kind of subjective, right? Like I mean, you can be meticulous with things like game design and like you know you do like naturally. I feel like we try to put order in things, but in a nutshell, it is pretty like random or it's pretty subjective. Like there's no clear cut answer, and I kind of like that. It just makes it so much more fun. It feels more of like an expression of creativity than an expression of like, you know, what is the most optimal thing to do, which I feel like, because the reason I feel like, I don't know, there are, you know, for example, programmers out there who I know for a fact are way more intelligent than me, or like, for example, in the future, AI might become so good that like, we don't need, you know, the best programmers out there, and it becomes way more subjective, and I kind of like that. That's why I like game dev. It's like you can kind of create your own rules, and then you can create some order around that. Like with this game, like the fact that, you know, you're stuck in a portal, or you're stuck in this blue orb for 0.5 seconds. I mean, it makes sense with all of the other rules that we have already established in the game, but like on its own, there's no actual reason why it should be 0.5 seconds. Or the distance that we achieve is 6 tiles exactly. Or the speed that we have, our velocity is usually 80 pixels per second. Like, I mean, it's just random values that we picked, but then we created rules around those, and it's kind of like, I don't know. it feels cool that I established some rules early on, and like the whole game matches that logic. You know, it's like it's almost as if you're like literally. It's almost as if like you're a god and you created something. Um, Obviously, like I don't I hope that didn't sound like not pretentious, but like egotistical. But it's like, you created something that's like its own microcosm of like just the real world almost, but it's completely subjective and random, and it has no almost like no significance. I like that. I do short films on the side, and the game dev scratches that same itch, creating my own world. Yeah, exactly. It's the same thing of like I guess it's the same reason I like I think a lot of I don't know if everyone agrees, but like it's the same reason I also really enjoy like simulation games, because it's like I like to see the like how it turns out. You give it a seed, um, random things get established, and then like everything else is like completely random, or like it's based on it reacts to the seed that you gave it. Um, yeah. I'm not crazy about these tiles, but I mean I think they're better than what we had. And bonding over that way too. I've never played a game where like I think like a lot of these simulation type games I usually it's funny like out of my friend group I have like one other friend who's like really into the same types of games that I'm into. Um and yeah, we bond over that, but like I don't like I think we're both a little antisocial, so like we both can share the fact that we enjoy the game, but we don't really talk about it. Like we just live in our own little like we enjoy it on our own. But I think we can both appreciate the fact like we can both acknowledge and appreciate the fact that we like those games. I have no feeling for wanting to code for anything but games. I'm 28 and only recently got into programming. I did it because I did a basic IT study course last year that included a basic Python unit. I love the coding, but had no interest in doing application development. So this year I've picked up Godot and GDScript. I do wish I had a direction in my life earlier in adolescence. Um, yeah, I completely get that. I think starting programming, I was into the programming aspect of it. Oh, what the hell? Because it was like completely new to me. But I mean, in school, I never really enjoyed like the projects they gave me. But it's also like it's weird because uh, like I feel like I would enjoy the project if I discovered it on my own. But for some reason, because I was told, hey, this is the project that you have to do, for some reason I didn't like it nearly as much. I think that, like, yeah, just picking up projects that you find interesting is what makes it way more fun. Makes the programming aspect of it way more enjoyable. Otherwise, it just feels like work. I mean, nothing's wrong with like in an ideal situation, you want it to, you know, for example, making video games should feel like playing video games. That's how I feel. That's why I'm able to do it for so long. It's not because like it doesn't feel like I'm torturing myself to make a game. Like I look forward to, you know, streaming and live streaming my game. I mean, right now it feels like playing games because we haven't made any progress today besides some level design. But yeah, this room plays well, so that's good news. This area could be updated just a bit. You mean vomit spikes? That's progress, yeah. I feel like we can somehow make it look more like crystals, but I don't know. I don't know what to do. Maybe I throw in better colors here, like maybe blue, a light blue instead, or a dark blue. Maybe you know what I need to do? I think I need to add a shader of some kind, a space shader to the spikes, and I think that's what will make it look good. Did it update? I feel like it didn't update. It's such a universal thing to be like, no thanks when getting told you have to do shit for projects, yeah. Having some shader on this would be pretty cool. Also making them shine a little bit would be nice too. Honestly, you know what I really need to get some sort of like 16 by 16 tool working here. Because if we're not bound, because like most of these are in increments of 16 by 16, so we can get some really good looking textures. Right now, because the minimum size is 8 by 8, they don't look nearly as good. Trying to think though. These colors do look interesting. But yeah, also there's no, you know, it's funny. I almost didn't do game dev. I'm glad I did, but like, yeah, there's no time to be like, what am I trying to say? It's never too late to start game dev. I know that sounds like that's pretty cliche to say, but I mean, the person I started the first game dev that I think I interacted with was like around their 40s, and they made some pretty cool games in their 40s. Like we started around the same time. Enjoying the ride now. However, I spend hours finding solutions to my code. I need to learn how everything works. Yeah, that's just how it is. There's going to be times where, like, you're programming for for hours, or like trying to find a solution for hours, and you don't find the solution. That's how it is sometimes too. Harrison Ford wasn't an actor till like 50 or something. Oh, that's kind of crazy. I didn't know that. But yeah, game dev is it's a lot of fun. Okay, so I wanted to try adding a texture here to the lines here. Let me make it a white color. And then what I'm gonna do actually is copy this, make another new layer, paste it here, then copy this again. Well, actually first, let me copy from this layer, then go back here. How do I want to do this? How would I put this on top? Is there a way to brush? Harrison Ford was selling weed in LA before he was acting. Interesting. Boom, 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 ba-da-dum. I'm not sure if the solution is just pasting like random colors, making some rainbow vomit spikes, but here we are. I mean, it looks interesting. It would make sense for the final chapter though, like, you know, everything is just random. I think some shader on top of it would look really cool. Just wonder if it's distracting. I mean, with our debug as well, it kind of might be. Do you write in Godot or do you use an external editor? I write in Godot. I mean, it looks interesting. Maybe change the spike to a crystal. I think the problem is with the spikes. The thing is, I don't know how to make that. Bring that into fruition. Here, wait. We do have other tile maps, or I made one other tile map, and I can try editing that one into... Here, let me see. Bum, 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 ba-da-dum. So these are the blue tiles, and honestly, they kind of look worse in my opinion. But I do like this. I see, maybe I need some time to think about it. Or like I need to hire someone for this. Let me see something. What if I... Honestly, this doesn't look too bad. We'll have to make spikes that look like this. It's like pretty random looking, but also at the same time. Looks like it could be something. These ones look more like vines. This one looks more like vines, or this one looks like vines. And the first one looks like monsters inside. Originally, all of the textures were supposed to... this was originally a vine texture. Like they're supposed to look like thorns. Or actually... This has some potential. It's pretty random looking, but I think we can make this work. Oh shit. We'll random, like, I'm just testing this out. We'll definitely randomize the texture some more. Alright, which one is our... This one, okay. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, we do need to erase the outside here. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, I guess we're trying out blue first. We might want to add more colors, actually. This one, I'm going to make it darker. Here, I'll try... We'll add one purple-ish color. Maybe I'll put purple on this one as well. We'll see. Oh man, I hope this doesn't look like doo-doo. It's starting... The white lines look kind of weird, actually. We'll see. Try more light colors. Usually I like to make light colors only for like more interactable objects, and the objects are usually unshaded as well. So like the outline would be white, but the inside, or the outline would be lighter, and then the inside would be dark. Let me see. For like consistency purposes. Honestly, I think it has some potential. Like right now it looks like it looks actually more like crystals. I think we can polish it a little bit more. Look more like crystals. Obviously there's like a huge, like you can tell like the inside, it's not seamless, the texture to the from the inside to the outside. And again, it's also only 8x8 tiles. If we did 16x16, it might be much better. Yeah, they do look like crap at the moment, though. But I see it. I think it does have potential. I think we have to update these to be a little bit more detailed, or like... See? Maybe I shouldn't be giving them an outline. Let me see. And instead give them like just add like white lines to them in some way. I don't want to do this for everything, but yeah, I should do this on a different layer as well. There's like this thing you can do in a sprite. You can actually kind of sort of make your own. Like it has like a tile mapping tool to create consistency. So I don't have to do this everywhere, but I don't know how to do it. Also, never mind. Alright, let's see how that looks. I guess it's very super simple. And repetitive. Alright, I think I just need some time to think about it. I'm not sure what to do. Yeah, we'll call it here. I know we'll get it eventually, but I'm not sure just yet. I will be streaming again in like, what time is it? It's currently 8. I'll probably sleep for like 4 or 5 hours. I'm gonna make some ramen or something to eat first, and then take a nap, or yeah, go to sleep, and then we'll be back maybe at like 2 or 3 p.m. Eastern time. That's what is it, like I think it's EDT right now. Yeah. Today, what's today? Sunday. Oh. All right. Yeah, we'll be back. I'll see ya, Ceradan. Little curry bread. See ya. Anyone else who's everyone who's currently lurking. Let's see who's online. So there's Proton, there's Dev, Spayus. No one's really on. It's like people have better things to do than to stream on a Sunday. Spooky 24 hours of game dev. Making a Halloween themed game with Godot engine. Godot. Wait. Are they doing anything? Are they sleeping? They'll be back soon. Looks like fun if they were on. I think maybe they're taking a break or something. I feel like I've seen this person's face before. Tim Creef. I feel I've seen this person before. I don't know where. I haven't found any new game devs lately, so we're actually gonna search for some. Let's see. This doesn't look like game dev. This looks like a practical stream. Pretends to do game dev and plays games instead. Pixel art practice Sunday. Made a tiny game about a tadpole fighting pollution. Honestly, we're learning some. We've been doing some A Sprite. Maybe we can learn something from this person. It's a nice peanut. It is a nice peanut, and some candy corn. Yeah, we'll go for them. Andrew Zisen. Might be mispronouncing their name. Alrighty, people. Let's show some love. Till next time. If you want to wishlist memory, you can find it here. Greatly helps with the algorithm. Even if you don't want to buy it, just helps. Bye, will do. Thank you. I gotta increase my volume mixer. Alright, see you guys. Peace.